Good evening, everyone. This is Malchazar returning with another episode in the Final Fantasy XIV playthrough. Last we played, we defeated the dread worm Nidhogg and found out that through an echo, seeing the past, that both of his eyes had been removed. And he should have died as a result of that. But he still lived on and he had an eye, wondering where he got it from. So we are tasked now with going to visit Hraesvelgr in order to ask that very question. If he does continue to speak in Draconic, then I will have to continue reading, which is perfectly fine. And so right now we're speaking to Azael. 'Twas you, was it not? The furious screams of the dragons carried far. You have slain Nidhogg. What more could you desire from this place? Will you not allow Hraesvelgr to mourn the death of his kin in peace? And Estinian says, Spare us your sanctimonious judgment, Ice Maiden. We have a gift for the great worm, and a mystery that can no longer be buried. Lady Iceheart, the Dragon Song War has all but consumed your life and claimed many of your followers. It is time you learned the truth of its beginning, the whole truth, that we may at last bring this bitter conflict to an end. Sound the horn, warrior of light. So bossy. What if I don't want to? Oh, and Estinian's armor got turned red with blood. Impenitent mortals, ever seeking to bury old wrongs under new. I did sense the moment of Nidhogg's demise.
You mean the moment I prized your eye from his head?
Would seem thou hast uncovered my secret. Aye, unto the blinded Nidhogg did I yield one half of my strength. And as a result, is to get to start the war. Now he's fully powered. More echo. Nidhogg, what hath befallen thee? We are undone by covetous mortals. They did take Ratatoska's eyes and glut their appetites upon her essence. She is slain then. What madness hath unmade our peaceful accord? Did I not warn thee, blood brother? They have ever been untrustworthy creatures, these short-lived Elezen. Gasp. But thou wert enchanted by thy mortal maid. Thy folly hath cast Ratatoska her life, and me mine eyes. Oh, my beloved Shiva, how swiftly are thy kin made bestial by their appetites. There is Velgar. 'Twas thy blindness that did invite disaster into our lands. Surrender thee and I to me, and let that be thy penance. Nidhogg. Even though he didn't even say that. See, the names should be the same. They bested me once, but I was reckless. I shall need but a single eye to inflict enduring torment upon these traitors and every child of their line. Yield to me thy strength, brood brother. My vengeance is begun. Thou hast borne witness to a scene from my past.
It was yours. Your strength that sustained Nidhogg all these years.
Would that Haldreth had dealt the worm a killing blow.
When my brood brother did appear before me, bloody and blinded, his life was all but spent. He demanded half my vigor, that he might exact his vengeance upon the mortals who had wronged us.
And so you acquiesced. You surrendered your eye to Nidhogg, knowing full well the suffering he would inflict.
The peace my beloved so dearly desired had been shattered by her own kin. Their treachery claimed my brood sister's life and my brood brother's reason. Thinkest thou thy fits of indignation will remove me to remorse? Go, immortals. Take your unruly passions and leave this place. Your presence here spelleth naught but misery. Were it not for Shiva's soothing embrace, I would slay you where you stand. Woe betide you should the bond we share ever weaken. Complete. It's Rams. Okay. Alright, Estinian, what do you have for me? Though he lifted not a single claw, 'twould seem that Hraesvelgr wreaked his own manner of vengeance against us.
'Twas my life's goal
It
to
is.
slay Nidhogg. But I find there is little joy to be had in its accomplishment.
He could have voice acted that first line, too.
But you have rid the world of a hate-filled creature, and ended a bloody war in so doing.
I lost my family to Nidhogg's flames, and 'twas with fury in my heart that I took up the lance. Every blow I struck in the name of vengeance. We were not so different, he and I.
I will not judge you for your deeds. I have not the right. Too many innocents have perished in the name of my greater good.
Oh, now you're gonna stop judging him. Okay.
Yet even with all that has passed, the tale is incomplete.
Where's Nidhogg's other eye?
We are short a great worm's eye.
Exactly.
Of the pair which Haldreth took from Nidhogg, only one is known to us, the one I bear. What then became of the other? Why did Nidhogg, who had taken such pains to prolong the Dragonsong War, suddenly decide to hurl his entire army against the walls of Ishgard? Lord Commander. Aye. The deed is done. Nidhogg is slain. What? In the city? A battle with whom? At once, Lord Commander. Hold firm till our return. Fighting has broken out in the city. Lord Emmerich was sparse with the particulars, but it seems some commoners threw open the gates to a force of heretics.
I gave no order to attack.
Are we to mark the end of the Dragonsong War by spilling the blood of our own? Mayhap Hraesvelgr was right about us. Let us away, warrior of light. The people must be saved from themselves.
Dun dun dun.
Wait! I would join you! There has been enough violence. I will appeal to my people in the city and make them see reason.
Let's do this then. Yeah, there's a nod. Yeah, he don't care. Whatever.
Come then, Lady Iceheart. Let us write the final chapter in this damnable war.
Like how they always run, and then I just teleport. Ooh. There are 12 knights. 13 seats.
A small army of heretics has invaded the city, Your Eminence.
A great number.
But there is no cause for concern. A sizable contingent of our soldiers is already in place to repel the Dravanian assault. And the intruders will soon find themselves outnumbered and outmatched.
Our plans proceed apace, then?
Yes, Your Eminence. This unrest shall serve to feed the people's fear of the heretics and the dragons both.
And lend renewed fervor to their prayers for deliverance. Very good. Grant our guests what time they need to sow a measure of chaos, then order the Temple Knights to crush them.
Your will be done.
The moment is at hand. Excellent. All shall soon be in alignment. It is time for the Bringer of Light to die.
Bring it on. Archfang. A shrug. You know, they always have to turn and look where they need to go before they start moving.
Comrades, sheathe your swords. There is no need for further bloodshed.
My lady!
She is come. Hear me, brothers and sisters! The war is ended! Nidhogg is no more! Aye, it is so! This adventurer and the Azure Dragoon laid the Great Worm low!
Oh.
The endless cycle of violence between man and dragon was born of our forefathers' treachery. You have followed me, bled with me, to bring this truth to light that we might all know peace. But Nidhogg is dead. Nidhogg is dead, my friends! He who bore such hatred towards Ishgard is dead! Let his hatred die with him, I say! Let us sheathe our swords and go in peace!
Have we lost?
No, my friend. Far from it. At long last, the peace for which we have so desperately fought is within our grasp. And I, for one, would not forsake it. Peace?
He was still posing. What? Oh, darn it. Yeah, look at him, man. Oh. That was just that band of heretics. Where's the rest of them?
Seize the witch! Let none escape!
Providing aid and succor to the wounded should be our first concern. If the heretics mean to observe the peace, then it would be folly not to do the same.
Hey, look, I think it teleported me anyway. Notice, no, it comes off just a bit. There. Archfang. That was rather too close for comfort, but it would seem that calm was returning to the streets. My mind, however, yet clamors with 1,000 questions. Return to Ishgard in the oddest of company, my friend. That, my friends, was rather too close for comfort. Praise Helone that things did not end in bloodshed. I confess, I was more than a little dismayed to see you in the company of Lady Iceheart. Whatever is going on, Malchezair? Oh, explain. Beg pardon? You traveled to the Churning Mists together, along with Estinian? Never was there a more likely alliance, nor one so magnificently effective. Nidhogg dead, the heretics pacified. Father and Sir Emmerich must know of this. Let us break the news to them. I shall bring Sir Emmerich to Fort Tom Manor. Yes, an excellent suggestion. Excuse me. Very well, Malchezair and I shall await you there. Lag. There, I have a little bit of a shield now. Just because I can. So I need to go to Vigil. Reliquary Rabbit. More voice acting? Sure hope so.
Praise Halone, you are safe.
My safety was never in doubt, Father. For I had the Azure Dragoon and the Warrior of Light by my side.
Bragging.
We bring the most wonderful tidings.
Explain, explain. Explain, explain.
The infamous Lady Iceheart, here in Ishgard? This is most unexpected.
She has done much to quell the violence. The Inquisition may not approve, but we are glad of her presence.
And with the Great Worm's demise, even our nation's more reactionary elements will have scant grounds to press for her immediate impeachment.
My thoughts exactly.
What of the truth revealed to us by Hraesvelga? That the origins of the Dragonsong War, a core tenet of Ishgardian faith, are quite unlike those depicted in the scriptures.
That men and dragons once lived together in harmony, and that it was man's treachery which shattered the peace and plunged our peoples into war.
The same scripture also describes the origins of the High Houses. Were it exposed as false, the legitimacy of our rule would be called into question. If both Highborn and Lowborn can trace their ancestry to Thordan and his Knights 12.
But a single sip of dragon's blood is required to confirm their lineage.
Except they turn into dragons.
If the Holy See knew of this and chose to remain silent, their crimes are grievous indeed. Regardless, this state of affairs cannot be allowed to continue.
Okay, what are you gonna do about it?
Sir Emmerich, you cannot mean to raise this matter with the Archbishop.
Pray consider what you are proposing. If the Holy See chose to conceal the truth for centuries, what reason would they have to reveal it now?
At best, you will be branded a heretic and clapped in irons.
Then at least the Archbishop will have shown his true colors. My friends, this war will never truly be at an end until the truth is made known. You must see what lies on the horizon if it is not. When ruled by fear of a common enemy, we were united. But now we have none. During the war, the Highborn needed men to lead, and the Lowborn men to follow. Not anymore. 'Tis but a matter of time before the old order is called into question. Lady Iceheart will share the truth with her followers, and the Holy See will be powerless to stop its spread. The disenfranchised will rise up united, and blood will flow in the streets once more. A divided Ishgard will not survive.
Tread carefully, Lord Commander.
My lady, is it wise to let him go? I sympathize with the Lord Commander's desire for reform, but to approach the Archbishop in this manner bespeaks an idealism to which I did not think Sir Emmerich prone.
Though he comports himself as a realist, he has long dreamt of reform. 'Twas that idealism which first drew me to him. That which made me swear an oath to serve. We must not think of ways to hinder his cause, but rather ways to aid it, even should the Holy See cry heresy.
You cannot mean...
If the Lord Commander does not return from the vault at the appointed hour, I mean to go and fetch him.
Have care, my lady. Your words border on treason. Should they reach the wrong ears, you will be declared an enemy of Ishgard.
That is a risk I am willing to take. Lest you forget, my lord, I am not born of this land. My loyalty is to the Lord Commander alone. But I speak only of what may come to pass. If the rumors regarding his heritage are to be believed, we have naught to fear.
Lies and slander.
Forgive me, what rumors are these?
That Sir Emmerich is the Archbishop's bastard son. Senior clergy are not permitted to marry and sire children. But even the holiest among us are not immune to temptation.
I labor to believe it. Sir Emmerich is truly the Archbishop's son.
He has never been publicly acknowledged as such. But the rumors have plagued him since childhood. That he rose to his current position, despite being despised as a bastard and accused of profiting from his father's influence, bespeaks the quality of his character. It is my hope that on this occasion, the burden of his birth will work in his favor. Should our worst fears be realized, the Archbishop will not be so quick to execute his own flesh and blood, affording us time to mount a rescue.
Bastard or trueborn, he is our nation's best hope. If the Holy See dares to threaten him, I shall lead the charge against the vault myself.
Hear, hear! The future of Ishgard rests on Sir Emmerich's shoulders. I too will do mine utmost to aid his cause.
Orshafon, be reasonable.
A knight lives to serve, Father. To aid those in need.
Come on, Harsh Fonts, do it.
People need Sir Emmerich more than ever, and we may be his only hope. There is no greater calling for a knight than to save the life of his fellow man. I swear to you, on the sigil of our house, that I shall do this and make you proud.
Even you? Romantic, reckless fools, the lot of you. So be it. Make your preparations.
I thank you all for your support.
Talk a lot about preparations. Whatever do they mean? Though your assistance is most welcome, I fear it will not be enough. Few as we are, we will struggle to reach the Lord Commander. If we are to succeed, we must needs recruit others to our cause. But how are we to carry out this bold endeavor? Even with an army of knights at our backs, a direct assault on the vault seems unlikely to succeed. You are correct, Master Alphino. Not even the assembled might of House Fortom and the Temple Knights would be sufficient. With the support of another party, however, we may yet stand a chance. You speak of one of the other high houses? Precisely the opposite. I speak of the revolutionaries rumored to reside in the Broom. It was these disgruntled Ishgardians who opened the gates of our city to the heretics, I believe. But of course, if their hatred of the Holy See drove them to such deeds, they might well be persuaded to assist in Sir Emmerich's rescue, knowing the truth he would lay bare. Such is my hope, Master Alphino, and I would have you and Malchazir reach out to them. As a Temple Knight and sworn servant of the Holy See, any overtures I make are doomed to fail. But as outsiders, the two of you may receive a warmer welcome. Very well. We shall seek out the leader of these revolutionaries and make our case. My thanks. Justinian, will your brothers heed your command if you order them to stand aside? The dragoons have no love for politics, my lady. They will gladly watch and wait while the highborn fight amongst themselves. How very wise. Alcazar, we should hurry to the Forgotten Night. Taro may have knowledge of the revolutionaries. I think the next one isn't. The next dungeon's coming up soon. Oh, 1 second, let me check. Yep, we're getting there. What are we on? Oh, ill with her friends. Honestly, it'll take a bit, but like I said, that's what we're here for. What do you have? An aether current. For which zone? Don't I already have all the aether currents? Maybe it's for the Sea of Clouds. Where do I need to do that one? In the Sea of Clouds. Alright, I'll wait to do that. So I need to go to Forgotten Night. I should have checked the map to see if there are any other ones. Oh well. I'll check it another time. Like, that's Leeds and that's Machinist. I know that. So, no worries. LSD. Clever. And kaboom. Alcazar Alphino. Gods, I've been worried sick. It's so good to see you. And you, Totaro, how did you manage to escape the chaos in the streets? Gillibrand and the others barricaded the doors until the heretics left. No one was harmed, thankfully. But what about you two? What came of your journey? Explain, explain. Explain, explain, explain. You're not serious. What was Remek thinking? I mean, the way you two talk about him, I wouldn't have believed. Anyway, I've heard rumors of the people you're looking for, but I doubt they'll be of much use. The only thing I can say with any certainty is that they're led by someone called the Mongrel. A queer moniker if I ever have heard one. But mayhap I will make the individual in question easier to find. Come, let us all make inquiries below. Room Starbling. The Mongrel? Not sure I catch your meaning. Ooh, Blue Blood. We're all of us dogs down here. I'm just gonna stand over there. Whatever, Totaro. Eh, what's that? Speak up. I can't hear as well as I used to. Captain Shane. I don't know a god's damn thing about the Mongrel, but if I did, you can be sure I wouldn't tell you. Not a single shred of information? Just as I expected, these revolutionaries would not have evaded capture for so long without the masses' complicity. Still, it is good to know that Totaro's ears are as sharp as ever. Frustrating though it may be, we must press on. While I continue speaking with the people of the room, why not go and see if Gillibrand knows aught of value? As the proprietor of the Forgotten Night, surely he must have heard whispers of the Mongrel before. We can only hope that he will be more forthcoming than the others. Didn't I just ask him before I jumped down and did all this ridiculous maneuvering? I have to go back over here, don't I? Fell Triflame. You know, people long for a sympathetic ear, but they need to know that it comes with tight lips. Discretion, Malchazar. That's what my customers expect. If they don't get it, then I don't get them. That being said, I'm not without my sympathies. I've heard the tales, and I know you've done right by highborn and lowborn alike. Least I can do is point you in the right direction. But to do that, I'll need you to do something for me. So it happens there's a hunter up in the Crozier who owes me a fair bit of coin. However, I've agreed to accept payment in fresh herbs. Go and get them for me. Agreed? Oh, now we're stepping away from the awesome storyline and just doing like little side things. Hooray. It happens, unfortunately. Character's name is Light Pollution. Huh. Cat Brannigan. Yeah, his name is Zero Interests. Old T. So you're a Gillibrand's errand boy. Good, good. How's he doing? Same as always. Right. Anyway, Road, I hope he appreciates how much trouble I had to go through on account of his bloody herbs. Tell him to enjoy them while they last, because I doubt I'll be able to find any more until next year. Guy's name is Paper Frog. What do you got for me? What's this? Ah, sliced my hand off. Craft. Dahlia Black. Okay. Not the Black Dahlia. Did I get a new title from that? Nidhogg Slayer. Yeah. New title, Nidhogg Slayer. Well, you gonna hand them over or not? Aye, this ought to do it. With a few other spices, I can make it just as she used to. There are a few things which stir the hearts of men like a sip of mulled wine. Share a glass with the right people, and who knows what stories they'll share. Now that I think on it, there's a woman I know who's rather fond of this blend. Iretha is her name, and she resides in the Pillars. She's a maidservant to some noble houses or another, I forget. Anyway, be a shame if she didn't get to try this wine. Why not give her a bottle? Well, that was quick. What's going on down there? Oh, doing some cool stuff. I can do that too. Alright, so it's going to be in the Pillars. Over there. So I need to go to the Aetherium. Aetherium. Close enough. Alright, so no more other blue quests that give me Aether currents. I want to get to a fight already. Yes, I'm Haritha. Beg your pardon, but do I know you, sir? I know this smell. This is the wine that girl used to prepare. Her special recipe. It must be decades since I last tasted this. Oh, the poor dear. Such a shame that she was taken in by that baron. He cut a dashing figure, I'll grant you that. Tall, slender, long of ear. But those dazzling ruby eyes of his were filled with lust. It was not more than infatuation what she felt, but she convinced herself it was love, and he couldn't help but take advantage. But when her belly started to grow, gosh, the scandal. I mean, 'tis not an uncommon occurrence, but that it was with a hire made it so much, well, I needn't tell you. She was discharged from his service, cast out into the streets like so much refuse. After she returned to the broom, we drifted apart. I only learned of her death years later by chance. I think people are hiding something. Could just, he probably knows, he just makes me run around just to do this. Instead of just telling me, which is what he should do. He knows I'm good for it. So the amorous nobleman beds his maidservant, then casts her aside when the seed takes root. Not the most original tale, is it? Cold comfort for the women and children who live it, though. Even the penitent can appreciate wine from time to time. Take Gerald Dew, for example. Surely you've heard of him, no? He's a monk who offers succor to the poorest of the poor in the broom. A man of many vows, but none which prohibit spirituous beverages. Spirituous is probably how he pronounces that. Aye, if ever there was a man who deserved a drink, it'd be him. Oh, oh. What's going on over here? Did someone get hurt? Looks like it. Alone's blessings be upon you. A gift for me. This scent. How reminiscent of a wine once made by a dear old friend. May her soul rest in peace. Forsaken by her family, she toiled tirelessly to feed and clothe her child. Yet somehow she found time to help me tend to those even worse circumstances. So compassionate she was, so full of love for her fellow man. 'Twas that love which gave her child strength to endure the scorn of the other younglings. That little girl, bless her heart, she couldn't help what she was. Eventually she won them over, but those first few years were trying. Even more so when she had them start fending for herself. I remember days she spent standing in the walls, raven black hair flowing in the wind, staring out, as if searching for her mother's face in the mists. This is probably actually faster than more than running around all the way. Much faster. Aw. She was a remarkable woman, Valkazair. After everything she was forced to endure, she still remained hopeful for the future, for her daughter's future. Bum, 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 bum. I learned an ability, intervention. Uses oath gauge as opposed to if the rampart or sentinel, it increases the effect by 50%. Dang, that's pretty powerful. Really good for multi-tanking. If the other tank's going to take a huge hit, you can just throw that on them. Some bonds are thicker than blood. Blood still defines us, and divides us in the end. It's a legacy of our parents, Balgazar, and we can't escape it, no matter how hard we try. So the Mongol and her pups chose to embrace theirs, to proclaim it all and sundry. Oh, to proclaim it to all and sundry. If you can understand that, then maybe you can find her on your own. So looking for your mongrel, like I said before, take your pick. Plenty around if you know where to look. Or do you fancy someone specific? Ruby, raven black eyes, ruby red eyes, and raven black hair. Oh, someone's got unusual tastes. I'm afraid I can't help you though. Won't, rather. It's bloody obvious you entered the room. Did you think I'd just tell you because you asked nicely? Back and forth, da 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 da. Have you made any progress, Malchazar? Explain, explain, explain. So our mongrel was born of an Elizan nobleman and a Hieran maidservant. Granted, it is no location, but it is far more information than we had before. Yes, now that her striking features are known to us, mayhap we only need to remain vigilant. There must be a way we can draw the mongrel out in the open. Mayhap we should discuss this with Tataru. Speaking of which, where is Tataru? Oh, confound it. She went below it to make inquiries on her own, didn't she? We must find her quickly, Malchazar. I have a premonition this is not going to end well. A premonition, you say? Oof. No sign. There's one way over there. Okay. You must be around here somewhere. I take it you've had no luck either? It's so cold, but she's wearing short sleeves. Well, I'm sorry. Forget I said anything. Wait, down there. Isn't that Tataru? Those men are chasing her. Quick, Malchazar, after them. She's been here for a while. She doesn't know her way around.
You're going, Missy.
Ooh, some voice acting.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend.
What's going on here?
What's it to you, boy? Piss off.
Hold on. I've seen them around. They're in and out of House 4 Tom's Manor all the time.
Oh, I see. Skulking about at your highborn master's bidding, eh? Bloodhounds hoping to catch a whiff of heresy, is that it?
You are quite mistaken, I assure you. We came here to help. And if you know what's good for you, you will let us pass.
Dang.
Haha! Listen to the pups yapping. Come here, boy. I'll give you cause to yelp.
Enough! Leave threatening women and children to our betters. We don't have the knack.
I wonder who it is.
Lay a finger on the blue blood's pups, and you're like to lose the hand.
And often I get called on by glorious heroes like yourself. So tell me, what have I done to deserve you?
Took quite a while, but we got her. Onwards. Before you start, let's go somewhere a little bit more private, eh? The Forgotten Knight, say. Yeah, that's super private with all those people around. Perfect. Nod. Bye, Tataru. That's a cool looking axe. Oh, there's gonna be some fighting here. Yeah. Back to voice acting? Let's hope. Oh, she's paying everyone to leave. Explain, explain. Explain, 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 explain.
So, while you're on your way to kill Nidhogg, you stumbled on some dirty secrets that the Holy See has been hiding for centuries.
Eh? What are they on about?
You thought very bright.
What makes a nobleman so bleeding noble? They trace their blood back to King Thordan and his Knights 12, the founders of Ishgard. But our friends here reckon we're all descended from the heroes of Eld, highborn and lowborn alike. And so Sir Emmerich, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights, has gone to ask the Archbishop if he wouldn't mind letting everyone know.
Is he simple? The old bastard will have him executed for heresy.
Well, seems to me that's what the good sir wants. Seems he thinks a noble sacrifice will serve to prove his claims.
Might.
We cannot stand idly by and allow Sir Emmerich to do this. Ishgard has need of him.
Look, you've a good heart, I can see that. Willing to risk your neck for someone else even when his troubles ain't yours. But what's this got to do with me?
If Sir Emmerich is imprisoned in the vault, we will need all the help we can muster to breach their defenses and rescue him.
All this planning for an if he gets imprisoned.
What in the hell's?
Ah, the unmistakable scent of heresy. And what do we have here? The honored guests of House Fortom consorting with the Queen of Rats. Ooh, plotting insurrection, I shouldn't wonder. That won't do. Sickness is wont to fester and spread. It must be burnt out ere the infection takes hold.
I reckon Sir'd be happy to wield the irons himself. Well, so happens I've got irons of my own.
You tell him.
nature's rats, certain to attack when cornered. Let us step outside, milady. In here, your toys could hurt someone.
It's only us in here. Let's do it. All right. Time to fight. If it's a fight you want, to come get it. And Sir Cherubert responds, "Aye, such fury. Patience, my queen. We've only just begun." Hey, zoom out. There we go. More dudes. Defend Sir Cherubert. Kill the rebels. Damn, there's no end to them. Tank them all. Yeah. Seems you are beyond reason. How marvelous. I suppose now's as good a time as any. What are you talking about, Alpha now? And Harshfont, stop this, all of you. It is madness. Why are you fighting? Lord Harshfont, over here. How fitting. The noble bastard and the mongrel. All the swearing. He's gonna put a bullet between your eyes.
Bear witness.
Another Kyurgen. Here. Stop healing Cherubert.
Filthy rats.
Whatever, I'll just stand here and take the hit. You're not hurting me that much anyway. Oh! I started the jump, but it stopped me.
There's no denying your gifts. A well-deserved reputation indeed.
Enough!
Oh, dang. What?
Lucky bastard.
He flew.
Nay, 'tis we who are lucky. Had we fought on, 'twas but a matter of time before our conflict claimed the life of an innocent bystander.
I thought the Heavens Ward might come here as well.
They came to the Temple Knights' headquarters.
Aye. Sir Grinno announced that the Lord Commander had been imprisoned under suspicion of heresy, and that the Heavens Ward had been granted full authority in his stead.
Then the Heavens Ward now commands the Temple Knights.
And all of our planning has come to fruition.
Those still loyal to Sir Emmerich answer to me. Alas, that amounts to but half our number. The other half, who opposed his promotion to Lord Commander, have gathered at the vault as ordered.
Bolstering the guard already, eh? If I didn't know any better, I'd say you were expected.
I take it you're in charge around here?
Hilda. And yes, the young master was just persuading me to join his lost cause. Convincing little beggar, isn't he? Your passion moved me. A bit. That, and the fact that we're sick of living off the leavings of our betters. If you've a mind to change things around here, then we've a mind to join you.
Yeah, there's some nods. Yeah. Three nods. Oh, she pulled one off from far away. I saw it. Are nodding. Let me guess, you're wondering why I chose the mongrel, right? Because it's what I am, and I'm not ashamed of it. Not anymore. Besides, even my pureblood pups have more in common with me than the lords and ladies up on high. They none of them were well bred. Hell, some of their mothers were cast out after a spot of fun, same as mine. Story as old as time, and one we're sick of hearing, which is why we took up arms. Not that we mean to hold all the blue bloods to account. Some have done right by us, I'll allow, like them in House High in Art. But enough talk. Your friend's still rotting in his cell. Let's not keep him waiting. We've been working in secret to undermine the Holy See and the High Houses. That much I'll acknowledge. But this nonsense about us throwing wide the gates for the heretics is just that. Nonsense. If not you, then who? You Temple Knights, of course. I reckon it was your beloved Sir Emmerich's doing it first, but then I heard how he lost his head. My next best guess would be the Heavens Ward. That way they'd have the perfect excuse to go door to door through the broom, slaughter the heretics and their sympathizers in one fell swoop. But the Heavens Ward scheme did not account for Lady Iceheart's intervention, and so they had been forced to improvise. A fine bloody mess, ain't it? But the die is cast. So what's the plan? We must divert the attention of the high houses away from the city, and to do that, we need the cooperation of your allies in their service. Now what makes you think I have friends in high places? You would be fools not to, given your goals. Lowborn knights are ideal recruits. Most swear fealty only out of desire for a better life. If offered an opportunity to shed the yoke and live for themselves, who among them would not at least be tempted to take it? Rare is the man eager to die for a cause he does not hold dear, but it need not come to that this day. If they and your fellow knights are deployed afield to deal with the new threats, a massing of heretics for example, then they will be unable to join in the defense of the vault. Huh. Spread false reports of an attack to get him out of harm's way, you mean? The city will not soon forget the heretics' last assault. If the high houses believe another attack is imminent, they will have no choice but to act. Can it be done? Can we trick them into leaving Ishgard? Aye. Can we keep them out for long? Not bloody likely. Make sure you're ready before I send word, because you won't get a second chance at this. Then it is decided. To the vault. The Archbishop must be held to account. And the Lord Commander granted his liberty. Hearken to me, everyone. We have two objectives. Rescue Sir Emmerich and apprehend the Archbishop. We will therefore divide our forces into two parties. Lord Hirschfond, Estinian, Master Alphino, and I will make ready to breach the underground jail and search for Lord Commander. We will not move, however, until the second party has entered the vault. I speak of your party, Warrior of Light. For this plan to succeed, you will need to fight your way into the highest levels of the vaults, even unto the Archbishop's private chambers. When the Heavens Ward realize what you intend, they will fly to their master's side, leaving only a token force to guard the jail. Temple Knights loyal to our cause have already secured the entrance to the vaults. Once you are within, they will signal to us. If all goes to plan, we shall rejoin you with Sir Emmerich and confront the Archbishop together. Is everyone clear as to their duties? Let us do what needs to be done. Wondering, why am I stuck? Okay, so I need to go to the pillars and go to Tribunal, probably be the closest. Tree Fitty. What cool names do we have over here? Tamis and Zegan Mist. Alright, time for a dungeon. Time to sit and queue for too long. Bum bum bum. While we're waiting, how's everyone doing tonight? Anybody out there watching? Anybody listening? Ah, nice and quick. Comments. I like it. Ooh. This is a good dungeon too. Make sure to eat my food. Who gave me Embolden? I don't know like every class, but I apparently have a buff that makes it so I can do more damage. St. Thornton's Basilica. lot of dudes. They're pretty weak. I get to actually use these new abilities. The Divine Veil. That'd be very handy. Sir Adelpho Brightblade. Well, he got huge, and he got armor. Holy Shield Bash. Well, they explode in the order he drops them, so you just need to pay attention so you know where to go. Reminds me a lot of Titan. Can I block it? Nope. I wonder if I can body block it. Hey Zodi, how's it going? Just as Sir Chairbear said, withdraw to the inner sanctum. One down. Heck yeah, man. I haven't played Jackbox in quite a while, but I remember it being fun, even though I was never very good at it. Yeah, me too. That's especially it's more fun when you're drinking. At least to me it is. But that's like I haven't played it in like somewhere like maybe 10 years. Like, you know, obviously they've probably updated a lot of it, added more mini games and things like that. And statues. Boom. Black Nebula, what are you gonna do? Kaboom? Yeah, that's what I thought. That doesn't seem very holy. Oh yeah? They're coming on the new one? Of course they are. How silly of me. They're always coming out with a new one. They also come out, I don't know if it's out yet or they're coming out with it, but the new WarioWare game, which I've never really played any, but I hear it's a lot of mini games. Those are like silly mini games. White Knight and Black Knight. I remember playing like the Rabid game, Rabbids, like 10 years ago, the one for the Wii. That was a lot of fun. I like mini games. I like those games like that. Like Mario Party is always fun. I guess not always. Some of them are better than others. Hey, look at Sir Grino, this jerk.
I'll cut you to pieces.
Yeah, cut me to pieces. I dare you. And he's going down fast. I don't know why, but that's what I thought. Oof. You need to become huge too? Yep. And get armor. Don't stand in red. Dang. Hyperdimensional slash, look at that. Kaboom! Some ethereal tears. I had you. Whatever. Time is on our side. We'll meet again. Sure. Get him. Bum, 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 bum. All of the spear. That's where we're moving, I guess. Yeah. Well, now we're on the roof. This isn't a hall. You shall go no further. What are you gonna do, priest? Just one man. Someone familiar. Oh, that's what he's gonna do. We're getting there. Oh, this looks like it might be it. Yeah. This dude. But he's gonna start off huge. Where are they getting this power from? I forget.
Filthy rats! Be done with you!
You guys are chained. I think you need to break the chain. Get out of the way of those. Well, dang. Give everyone a little bit of a shield. My divine veil. Actually put that thing to use. Okay. Where you go? Oh, I see. Will it now? Oof. All that fire. Alright, stand in the middle. Oh, they got me. So they slow me. Oh, that's not good. Oh, at least the slow's gone.
Sickness must be purged. Be done with you.
And he's almost done. And success. Remember, we're not killing him. Ba, 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 ba. Success. Victory music. Ooh. Yoink. And that's better too. Wait, what? I don't have those. What? Equip. What are you talking about? I already have these. When did I get those? Okay, whatever. Not gonna complain, I was just confused for a second. Oh, real quick. Let's get this out of the way. Two commands, nice.
Our power! How can this be? Fall back!
As he walks. Go, go, go. They have an airship. They found Sir Emmerich.
Father, please!
We were not too late, my friend.
Why must you do this, Father? Nidhogg is fallen. There is no need for further deception. Now is the time to renounce the lies which led us down this path. To start anew!
And tear down the very pillars of our society? Our history, our values, everything we have built over 1,000 years? A fool to the last.
Look out!
Go. Asisla awaits.
And now they run. I can heal him. I'm a scholar.
You are unharmed? Forgive me. I could not bear the thought of... Oh, do not look at me so.
I have a healing spell. Let's do it.
A smile better suits a hero.
He did. I know what to say. The others, they are gathered at Fort Tom Manor. Okay, well, later. Keep up, Migratormer. Let's see how they all react to Harshfont's death.
Don't. Please. A knight lives to serve, to protect, to sacrifice. There is no greater calling. Leave me to mourn and give chase. For my son, and for the nation he loved. Go!
Yeah, let's stop wasting time.
His sacrifice shall not be forgotten.
My son.
I could not stand there in silence, but when all others had forsaken us, Lord Harshfont took us in, our beacon of hope in a world of darkness. He did his utmost to raise our spirits so we might face our troubles with courage, with conviction, so that we might face them as knights. We must press on with our mission. Totaro, pray return to your duties at the Forgotten Knight. Let us go and speak with Sir Emmerich, Alcazar. I worry for his well-being.
My friends, I am in your debt.
Think nothing of it. Your wounds are healing well, I trust.
Some wounds do not heal.
Ah. Aha. An echo.
The founding. The scriptures, 1,000 years of lies, all to deceive the common man. Nay, our own brothers and sisters. For the blood of the Knights 12 flows within all our veins. You knew this to be true. You knew, and you concealed it.
I should be interested to hear how you came by this knowledge. But yes, you have the right of it.
Not even denying it.
The architects of Ishgard, King Thordan and his Knights 12, entrapped and butchered the great worm, Ratatoskr, that they might partake of her eyes and thereby transcend their mortal limits. Upon learning of their treachery, Nidhogg was consumed with a murderous and justified rage. I dare say you know what followed.
The great worm slew the king and half of his knights.
Aye, but Nidhogg was subdued, and his eyes plucked from their sockets by the knights that remained. Their one mistake was to show mercy, for from his brother Hreysvelgr did Nidhogg receive a new eye, thus rejuvenating his form and empowering him to embark upon an eternal quest for vengeance.
Whilst Thordan's son Haldreth took one of Nidhogg's eyes and learned to wield its power in defense of his people.
Thus was the first Azure Dragoon born, and ever since that time, his honored successors have risen to drive Nidhogg from our lands whenever the worm has returned to plague us. I ask you, my son, will you answer for my sins? Will your son and his son answer for me as well?
What do you mean?
If a man cannot atone for his sins in the course of his all-too fleeting life, must his progeny then be held to account? Must every subsequent generation be judged as well? Thordan's betrayal of Ratatoskr was an unconscionable, unforgivable sin. Should we then, as his descendants, meekly surrender ourselves to an eternity of punishment? Nay, say I. I would not see our children sacrificed in a vain attempt to appease an implacable foe. Dragons are not like us, my son. To they who live forever, the wrongs of antiquity are as those of yesterday. No reparations shall ever suffice. This fact alone should serve as ample justification for our actions. Yet some refuse to see it as such. For men like you, who yearn to commit themselves to a nobler cause, a more compelling narrative is required.
This is your solution. This is how you protect our people. You have given us a lost cause, a death sentence. With your compelling narrative, you but doom our countrymen to give their lives for a lie.
And they do so gladly. Highborn and lowborn alike are proud to serve, to fight and die for their country. And what would you say to them? What would you tell the wives who have lost their husbands? The mothers who have lost their sons? That their loved ones died for naught? Over the course of 1,000 years, countless men have donned these robes, and every one of them came to accept the necessity of this solution. Once, I hoped you might come to accept it as well. Do not despair, my son. Soon I shall free us from the sins of antiquity, and bring about the change you so fervently desire.
How are you gonna do it?
If he has spoken with others, I would have their names. Escort him to a cell and question him thoroughly.
Your Eminence.
Or smug grins. Ugh, hate him.
You saw something, did you not? A vision of the past?
So this is the power of the Echo. Would that it had shown you a finer moment from my past. 'Twas an exercise in futility, as you saw. Faced with the firmity of his conviction and his many ready rejoinders, my words deserted me. To be frank, I am embarrassed to recall it.
A friend once impressed upon me the importance of differentiating between words, deeds, and beliefs. Were he here, I suspect he would judge your father's conviction to be no more than rank, self-serving delusion. Even so, I cannot help but wonder what manner of change he intends to bring about.
I've given some thought to that as well. During the battle within the vault, the Heaven's Ward demonstrated strange and unnatural abilities.
Aye, the manner in which Sir Zephyrin struck down Lord Horchefon was unlike anything I've ever seen before.
The spectacle called to mind King Thordan and his Knights 12 as they are depicted in scripture, holy powers and all.
Mere fabrications, which have become objects of faith, instilled with the belief of countless devoted souls. 7 hells!
If Lady Iceheart can use her own body as a vessel for summoning, I see no reason why others could not.
Are the Heaven's Ward truly so reckless?
Unbelievable.
As they fled, my father spoke of Aziz La. Though I know not what he intends, I fear no good shall come of it. His ambitions are too great, and his minions too powerful. We must find the Heaven's Ward and stop my father before it is too late.
Yeah, all the nods. Okay. What's Aziz Law? I know, but my character doesn't. Master Earthbiter, Master Alphino, I, Emmerich, Lord Commander of the Temple of the Knights Gishgard, do hereby entreat the aid of the science of the 7th Dawn. Our aid in preventing whatever it is that the Archbishop intends? Your aid in bringing them to justice. Too much blood has been spilled for the lies he perpetuated. No more. Shall pursue him to the end of the world if I must. I thank you, Malchusser. I have heard many men make such pledges, but you speak in earnest. Much has changed since our hour's founding, but our duty to combat the primal threat has not. If the Archbishop and the Heavens Ward are guilty of the crime of summoning, then Malchezair and I will stop them. Would that I could join you in the pursuit, but alas, my father's absence has thrown our government into chaos. Ever since the founding of our nation, there has been an Archbishop to serve as a guiding light for the masses, a force for stability to counterbalance the High House's ceaseless maneuvering. Convincing the people to recognize the truth of our origins would have been difficult even with my father's support. The road ahead is that much more fraught with peril without it. Yet walk it we must, for unity is more vital to our survival than ever. After all, Nidhogg's death did not mark the cessation of Dravanian hostilities. Far from it, we will have a great need of each other in the days to come. You may ever count on my lance, Sir Emmerich. To my dying breath, I shall defend Ishgard from the Horde. If I may, Lord Commander, I'd like to assist the Scions in their search for the Archbishop. Malchezair Malsarafano, pray attend me outside. Very well. With me, Malchezair, I believe we have much to discuss. They're getting away! You say you want a revolution. Yep. Perfect. And I'm gonna do a title for that. Of the Silver Fuller. Yep. The Soleil was eastward bound, so I sent word to Camp Cloudtop on the off chance the airship passed nearby. Sure enough, Lady Lenate informed me that it had been sighted by her scouts. Then the Archbishop is somewhere in the Sea of Clouds? Or was not long ago. The airship has not been seen since it disappeared into the northern reaches near the Blue Window. Alas, because the region is firmly held by the Vanu Vanu and not easily accessible from Camp Cloudtop, House Heinard has yet to establish a foothold. We will need not only an airship, but a captain bold enough to risk the Beastman's wrath. I think we both know the perfect candidate, Malchezair. Let us pay a visit to Master Garland at the Skystone Manufactory. I see. Then I'll take my leave for now. There are other matters which require my attention. Broken Angel. Bum. Sid. Ah, the dastardly duo. What mischief have you two been getting up to lately? You haven't heard, have you? I hardly know where to start. Explain, explain, explain. He was a good man. Sid, have you ever heard of Azaslaw? The Archbishop spoke of it before he left. Or fled, sorry. No, but it's probably some source of phenomenal cosmic power that's the key to his plans. From what he told Malchezair, the Ascians tried to tempt him as they tempted Gaius with the ultimate weapon. Even if he spoke true about playing along, I can see him attempting to seize it. As if we needed another reason to pursue him. Well, I'm convinced. The Enterprise is at your disposal. Come to the airship landing when you're ready to depart. It's just as well. After pulling you out of the fire the last few times, I reckon I was due to deliver you into it. It's true. He does help us out quite a bit. Complete. Pew 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 pew. There it is. Into the fire, is it? In that case, I should inform Tatar of our plans. Pray go on ahead to the airship landing. I shall join you anon. Ooh, excuse me. That's right. The Athenium Astrology. Or whatever it's called. That person's name was Chicken Nuggies. The boys have been hard at work preparing for our flight, and I'm pleased to say we are ready to depart. Yeah. That is, as soon as a certain... Pray forgive my lateness. Totaro and I had much to discuss. We still have no news of the missing scions, but she assures me that Urianger and Riol are pursuing promising leads. Come. We can continue this discussion aboard the Enterprise. Yeah, stop standing around. Oh, excuse me. Dang. Not even that late yet. Well, later than my usual bedtime, but that's fine. Okay. The others are waiting for you aboard the airship, Balcazar. Shall we get going? Yes.
To the northern reaches of the Sea of Clouds, where countless isles yet remained uncharted. In search of a mysterious land known as Azizlar, and the unmasked villain who sought to claim its secrets. Oblivious to the new threat which followed in their wake, they came.
Time to get some aether currents. I haven't done it yet here. I'm all the way over here, though. Okay, that's fine. From here, Camp Cloud Top looks rather far. Yeah, under guard, Malchazar. The Vada could be anywhere, even watching as we speak. Assuming that Soleil is here, I doubt she will come to us. We should begin searching the Isles in earnest. Of course, we must remain vigilant for Vanu scouts as well. I'd rather avoid needless bloodshed. Aether current. That is the nearest one. Yeah. I don't have any here, do I? Oh, I have a few. Oh, I have to actually type lookout. Nothing resembling the airship. This one looks like I'm gonna run into a duty because it's extra shiny. Yep, duty calls. Mayhap this effort was doomed to failure. Begs mercy of netherlings, does not fight, does not wish to die. Was that a Vanu being attacked? But by whom? Excuse me. Over there. Imperial troops. Ishgardians, seize them. They'll know where the Archbishop is. The enemy of my enemy. You have no choice. With me, Malcheser. Protect the Vanu. Yeah. Yeah.
Protect me!
Oh, the Imperial Centurion said, Lord Van Hydrus wants them alive. That's an order. Alpha no, Lord Van Hydrus? Regular Van Hydrus? What are you doing? You're a disgrace to the Sixth? Subdue these savages. There's no end to them. No weapons to fight netherlings. No desire to die. Thank you, unarmed Vanu. Success. All right, Zodi. I'm glad you had fun. You have a good night too, man. Netherlings say Lonu Vanu from certain death. Showers Netherlings with thanks like summer squall. Lonu Vanu knows not what wind bears Netherlings to cloud sea, but warmly welcomes them. Shows gratitude where gratitude is due. Lonu Vanu owes much and more to Netherlings. As saviors, as heroes, Zundu will welcome you. To village we go, to north. Come, come. Oh, I gotta talk to Alphino. Dang it. The Garleans were searching for the Archbishop and believed that the Vanu knew something of his whereabouts. Methods notwithstanding, they might have had the right of it. I conclude that we should accept Lonu Vanu's offer of hospitality and visit his village. Nope, not gonna fight these guys, don't care. A blue window. Really? My chokeabout. A little bit of lag there. Grab the Aetheryte before I continue the quest. Oh, look at that Aetheryte. Look at that thing. It looks really cool. Very unique, yes. Where is it? Up there or something? I really don't see it down here, so it's gotta be up. Oh, I'll get it in a second. Let's continue the story. Like breeze guides leaves to rest, come and lay down your burdens, and other things. Lunavena throws wide arms into greeting. Behold, Ok Zondu. A far warmer welcome than the one you've received from the Vundu, I think. Ah, Vundu bluster and blow hither and yon, sound and fury, like aimless gale. What? What unseen lightning begets such thunderous report? There you are. Did you see it? That's the damn flying whale again. The Imperials are after it. Where? The white? He's wounded. He just ate that whole island. By the 12, did the beast just eat that island? Oh, insatiable white, oh devourer of worlds, why must you torment us? Ah, Lord Nirvana wastes no more words on his unfathomable deeds. Come, Netherlings, come and break words with the chief of Zundu. Let's all nod together. Why not? Alright, let's see if we can find this thing again. 72 yelms to the east. How to be. Let's go up these stairs first. There it is. It was up just a bit. With wisdom deep as nethers and eyes clear as cloudless blue, Sonu Vanu speaks for Zundu. Hearken to his words. Netherlings deliver Lona Vanu from claws of steel-shod fiends and prove nobility. He knows not to ignore Zephyr winds and brings him before you with all haste. Soft rains to soothe the heart and sunshine to warm. Gratitude of Sonu, chief of Zundu, is boundless. We are honored to meet you, Chief Sonu. I am Alfinao Levier, and these are my companions Malchazar Earthbiter and Sid Garland. We are come in search of an airship, a flying vessel of the Nethers, which we believe is somewhere in the Cloud Sea. Allah, like the black steel-shod contraption from which you saved Lona Vanu? Alas, no, that ship belongs to the Garlean Empire, an old enemy of ours, though not the enemy we are looking for at present. The men we seek wear armor of purest whites and are led by an older man in white robes. Wait, Lona Vanu here tell of these Netherlings. You do? Are you certain? As sun rises and falls and returns, we are Zundu scouts can testify to the words of Lona Vanu. Aye, aye, winds carry purpose of Netherlings to our ears as well. Netherlings seek key to Azisla. Now we're getting somewhere. Tell us, Chief Sonu, what exactly is this Azisla? Beware, Netherlings, for blackest clouds portend greatest danger. Look not into heart of tempest. There lies ancient birthplace of sin, home of forbidden secrets. To speak more is to call the wind. But the white devours isle where key is kept. Deep within mighty bowels of mighty Bismarck it lies, beyond reach of the foolhardy, and beyond ours. Rejoice not in his gluttony, Lona Vanu, for as stone gives way to water and wind, all yields to the white. This he knows, Chief Sonu. Madness of Vundu bodes ill for all Vanu. Azisla is a home to forbidden secrets, accessible only to the bearer of a key which the Archbishop covets. But as I would like to believe it safe within the belly of Bismarck, the Knights of the Heavens Ward wield primal powers. If we do not slay the whale and claim the key first, they surely will. Quite how we will go about it is another matter. As was the case in our battle with Leviathan, we are out of our element, and this time we have far fewer allies to call upon. Be that as it may, our customary approach still holds true. We must begin by learning more about the White. Let us each question the residents of the village, and regroup and share our findings anon. Talk to 10 people. If Netherlings seek knowledge of the White, then speak with Kunu Vali, foremost keeper of tales. But neglect not to present yourself with humility and respect. As sun yields to moon and moon to sun, Netherlings must greet Kunu Vali with a bow. Grab the Aether Current real quick, and then I'll talk to him. What ill-mannered beast comes before Kunu Valley and begs to hear tales? None who deserve aught, that much she knows. So bow. As if for winds at your back and sunshine to warm your brow, traveler from below. Kunu Valley, keeper of tales, hears your words and she remembers. In times long ago, in lands elsewhere before even the Cloud Sea, the White is one among many. Newborn who swims beside his many brothers in the seas of endless water. But hated, the white is, for his brothers are purest black. So great is their contempt, their loathing, that they turn upon him and rend his flesh asunder. And so he falls, only to rise again. For merciful gods raise him to the heavens, and there he is reborn. A white still longs for the sea to which he cannot return. But in rebirth, a splinter of the divine is shared, and so he opens his maw, from whence come the clouds, and the new sea is born, home to him alone. Intent, he gazes below and sees others who are as he, hated and hunted. He weeps, and in his benevolence he raises up isles of earth and guides these people to the cloud sea. Such is the tale of his rebirth and the salvation of the Vanu. May it never be forgot. But this demon which menaces the cloud sea, his rage is that of the Vundu, his hunger that of a wild beast. The isles are his gift to us, yet now he must consume them? Unuvali knows no tales like this. Explain. According to the Vanu, the sea clouds and the floating isles were gifts from the Bismarck to his people. Gifts which he has taken to eating, yes. Technically within his rights, I suppose, if perhaps a little ungenerous. Gods, eh? But what have you often know? Did you learn how to value? Alas, no. That is, unless you have an interest in the intricacies of Vanu sky fishing. Sky fishing. My gods, that's it. Alphino, my boy, I could kiss you. Huh? From what we have observed, Bismarck is a creature of pure instinct, driven primarily by hunger. When wounded by the Imperials, it fled, but not before devouring another island to restore its strength. What I propose is this. We tow a suitably appetizing island through the sea of clouds, in essence fishing for our flying whale. Once we draw Bismarck out of hiding, we shall use dragon killers to fire grapnels into the beast's hide, and then reel it in close, enabling our resident icon slayer to engage it directly. A bold plan, Master Garland, but an exceedingly dangerous one. If Malchazar failed to subdue the creature, we'd almost certainly be eaten, along with the rest of your appetizing island. Let's do it. Oh, he won't fail, and if anything goes wrong, I'll be at the helm of the Enterprise, ready to tow him out of trouble. I wouldn't entrust a task like this to anyone else. That and anyone else might be tempered. Nor I. I trust you have no objections to my joining you as well? Not at all. The more the merrier. Right then. It seems the boys and I have a lot of work to do if the Enterprise is ready for a fishing trip, while you two need to find some bait. And not just any island, mind. I want a mouthful at most. Nod, nod, nod. Well, you heard Sid, we need an island to bait the hook. By way of a first step, I propose to speak with Chief Sonu. If the Zundu are as concerned by Bismarck's behavior as they have given us to believe, they may be well supportive of our efforts to slay him. Hey, look, some blue quests. Yay! And that should cover all of the quest ones, because I already have one. Looks like there are two. And this story quest I just picked up counts as the last one of those. Crap. This is the story. Talking about Bismarck, he is a perversion of your beliefs given to form by the Vundu, a false savior who consumes that which should be rightly safeguarded. Yet it need not be this way, Chief Sonu. We have the power to strike down this impostor, but we must beg of you an island to see it done. Bullets against the Tempest, in vain do they struggle. Yet who is Sonu to speak of what may be? Perhaps even the Traumatane can return to the Penitate. Whatever those are. Very well, Netherlings. When you are ready, tell Zundu scouts what manner of island you require, and they guide you to it. You should not fail, Chief Zono. On that you have my word. Come, Alcazar. Let us see how Cid's preparations are progressing. Kind of far. Dang. All over the place. How many more of these do I need? Only 3 more. $132. There it is. Oh well. That's fine. He's dead anyway. Don't care. Thank you. That one's over by Cid. I'm gonna go finish that other blue one real quick. Dang it. And then I'll be back. Actually, you know what? I'll get that in a second. Our Ashgardian friends have furnished us with the dragon killers and ammunition, and we've taken the liberty of procuring a Magitech field generator as well. Rest assured, we've chains to spare, every link forged by the manufactory's master craftsmen. If you have any lingering doubts as to their strength, know that they were originally intended to bind dragons, and were not found wanting. It pleases me to inform you that Vanu Vanu have agreed to furnish us with the island of our choosing. And all that remains is to confirm the readiness of the poor buggers who will actually be doing the fighting. Alexander, let Wedge know when your party is assembled. Probably shouldn't be telling you this, but I don't like this plan. I like it one little bit, but I can't help getting excited all the same. Ready to help the whale? Yes. Alright. New selection. Now we have a new trial. Well, that was quick. This one has some good music too. I like this one. Reminds me a lot of Monster Hunter stuff. When you fight the bigger dudes. Kevin Costner is telling us what's going on over here. Do it. Get ready, everyone. Here it comes. Hardened Metapod. Use the fuel generator. If the island goes, so do you. Everyone jump on and do damage. This is the part that reminds me of Monster Hunter, where you jump on a monster and you just like wreck it. Dragon killers are ready. I'm not even going to jump on. He's going to go down for like 2 seconds. What in 7 hells is that? Be on your guard. Oh, and we have to watch out for tornadoes running around too. I'm detecting a huge increase of... Oh god, brace yourselves! No, one of the healers is dead. I don't even know how long they've been dead. Calcium connoisseur. Here we go. And the music gets to change. Damn it, we've lost the generator. Vapor bubble. Oh, we gotta bust his back again. Oh, it's the Corona this time. No one's gonna res the other healer? Oh, I think he fell off. I can't even see the things on the ground. Get him. And that should be it. Dun, 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 dun. No commendations. Whatever, that's fine. I don't live for those. That's not what I'm here for. I can almost hear her.
So falls the Lord of Mists, as did all others before him. How many times does this make, Warrior of Light?
Ah, how much you have grown. Far beyond the limits of mere mortals.
Mere mortals. Damn.
He has what we seek.
That he does. The key to Aziz La and the secrets of Alag. I see you have regained the blessing of light, albeit at a fraction of its former strength.
My thanks to you, Asian. And to you as well, Warrior of Light, for saving us the effort of slaying Bismarck. Now that the key is within our grasp, the path to the heavens shall at last be laid bare.
Mine is an evil laugh.
By our deeds shall the wrongs of antiquity be righted, and man reclaim the reins of history.
I don't think so. Does that airship not have any guns? You can shoot him down. Nothing. Forgive me, Malkazar. Had I known what was happening, mayhap I could have done something to stop them. Alas, Wedge and I were sealed in the engine room and heard naught of the struggle until it was over. And now, for all our efforts, the Archbishop holds the very thing we sought to keep him from. But all is not lost, for we yet live, and we know their destination. Let us give chase, and bring an end to their machinations. Though we failed to secure the key, we must not forget that we succeeded in ridding the realm of another primal, and prevented the Vanu Vanu's lands from being consumed in doing so. The Zundu at least shall be glad of our deeds this day. Let us go and inform Chief Sono of our victory. Sid and the others will need a moment to tend to the Enterprise besides.
Wait, something is amiss. Imperial troops. And they have already secured the area.
Reveal yourselves at once!
Like we weren't even trying to hide over there.
And there I was, expecting more beastmen. Who are you?
I thought Ishgardians responsible for the disappearance of our scouts, but I see now that I was mistaken. Just as Huayr observed, the Warrior of Light is wont to appear at the most inopportune times.
The Warrior of Light? He who bested Van Baelsar?
It would seem that the famous hero of Eorzea seeks Azizlar as well. Hardly unexpected. The secrets of the Allagan's power to bind icons to their will could scarcely fail to interest the scions of the Seventh Dawn. You know as well as we what will ensue should these insatiable creatures be allowed to roam free. That their very existence threatens the life of this star. We but disagree on the solution to the problem.
Genocide has ever been the Empire's favored recourse. And that is why we will continue to oppose your every attempt to claim Eorzea.
You do not hesitate to speak your mind, even when your every word could be your last. Alas, your sentiments betray the narrowness of your view. The fate of Eorzea and its inhabitants is of little concern next to the fate of the world. It is my solemn charge as Emperor to bring the icons to heel. If this requires the extermination of certain elements, then so be it.
No, don't! They are not his thralls!
Where did that come from?
Take cover!
Your Radiance, we must withdraw.
And you didn't see this giant airship when you were walking?
We shall meet again, Warrior of Light. On that you have my word.
So Garlemald too has designs on Azizlar. But why would the Emperor himself elect to lead the expedition?
Because he's pretty cool. Maybe. So I was apparently teleported and I need to go all the way back. Alright, well, let's do this. Never in my wildest dreams did I think I would stand less than 20 paces from the Emperor of Garlemald. There was Zos Galvus in the flesh. I assume the commander that accompanied him must be the legatus of whom the centurion spoke. Forgive me, this is neither time nor place for such idle speculation. We return to the Enterprise at once. It occurs to me that our friends may have run afoul of Imperial forces as well. I have yet to apprise Chief Sohn of all that has occurred, but once I have, we will join you at the airship. Alright, so I need to go all the way back over there anyway. Apparently my movement speed was increased. That's handy. Okay. So this one and this one will cover the two less quests, and there's still one of these out here. Probably in the same area as this. Later. Oh. Good. Come on. There it is. I'll grab that real quick. Gather some gurgle grass. One there and one there, okay. Yeah, let's go talk to Sid. Thank the 12-year lad, Malkazar. When that battleship appeared and fired on the village, we feared the game was up for you in Alphino. What in the seven hells happened out there? Explain, explain. First, the Archbishop turns up with an ass in tow, and now the Gosnam Emperor pays us a visit. What is this, a procession of notable bastards? Who's next? The Keeper of the Seventh Bloody Gate? No one's so notable, Master Garland. I am happy to report that the Zundu are overjoyed to learn of Bismarck's demise. Chief Sano sends his warmest greetings, Malkazar. There was much talk of westerly winds. Miraculously, none suffered lasting harm during the raid. It would seem the Zundu were taken entirely unawares and wisely chose to offer no resistance. I sense they have no more fear of the Empire for the present at least. Had the Emperor truly been intent on their extermination, Oxondu would already been leveled. Plainly, Varys is only interested in reaching Azazla. Speaking of which, if you're all ready to continue the chase, the Enterprise is as well. Shall we? No, let's finish these, because then I'll be able to fly and get over here quickly. That one unlocks the Vanu Beast Tribe missions. One left, then I'll get the map, and then I'll continue. It's the galley cats again. More bats than cats, but whatever. Right over here. Yeasty loins. Ugh. Gross. And flight. Phew. Alright. Alright, so we'll start over here. We'll work our way around. Umbral wind. Nice, it's giving us a big chunk of it. Just flying underneath everything. Yes, there is a dungeon down there, but I don't think I have access to it yet. The gauntlet. It looks like you're supposed to start from there and all the way down there to get into the dungeon. Or at least close enough to make it worthwhile, I guess? I don't know. The music went away. That's odd. There it is. All right. Go back over here. Nice. Lest you wonder, Wedge was able to calculate the heading indicated by the beam of light emitted by the key. If Vazislav lies in that direction, we'll find it. So they may have a lead on us, but she's no enterprise. We'll catch them, you'll see.
I did not think that I would ever have occasion to pilot a suit of Magitech armor again, least of all under these circumstances. My full name is Lucia Go Junius, and I was born a citizen of Garlemald.
That explains it. When we first met in Ishgard, I very nearly called you Livia.
Livia? Livia Sastunius? The tribunus who served under Gaius van Baelsar?
Aye, she was my sister.
Hmm.
Though we spent little time together. After our parents were killed in an uprising, we were sent to live in different households, setting us on separate paths. Livia felt at home on the battlefield and chose to become a soldier. while I underwent training to become a spy.
Then, Ishgard was...
My mission. It was believed that Allagan relics of great worth were stored in the vault, and I was sent to investigate. Though I was given little information at the time, I now suspect I was searching for the key we but recently lost. And then I met Sir Emeric. 'Twas his usefulness to my mission which prompted me to approach him, but I soon found myself drawn to him for other reasons. He too was a prisoner of his past, judged for his heritage as a bastard son of the Archbishop. Yet unlike my sister and I, he did not curse his fate. He simply rose above it. In time, I came to realize that I had found a man worth following, and a new home besides. And when I subsequently confessed all to Sir Emeric, he was good enough to accept me into his service.
I do not question your loyalty to Sir Emeric. It is your loyalty to your sister which concerns me.
I have long been of the opinion that those who dwell in the past risk losing sight of their future. My sister fought for her convictions and for those she held dear. So do I. So must we all.
Well, I, for one, am happy to welcome a fellow Garlean to our merry band. Especially one who can make Magitech armor sing.
Chief, we should be getting close.
Once we break through those clouds, we'll be right where the light was pointing. Right where Aziz's lair should be.
Hold on, everyone! Look! I think that's it! Chief, is that... Allagan? Aye. There's no mistaking their handiwork.
What was that?
Some sort of barrier.
She won't hold, Chief! She's breaking up!
I've lost the auxiliary propeller!
Sid, it's no use! We must return to Ishgard and find another way!
God damn it all! Why do the Allagans always have to make everything so bloody complicated?
Oh, the Allagans. So difficult. Ack. We barely finished repairing the damage incurred during our sky fishing trip. On the other hand, any landing you can walk away from, as they say. I can only presume the Soleil passed through the barrier unscathed. That would certainly explain why the Vanu called it a key. Like a new title? Imperial nuisance. Assuming Sid is correct, I have no reason to think that he is not. The Vandos key is required to pass through the barrier protecting Alza's Slaw. But even without it, we must find a way to reach the Isle. I shall have everyone convene at the seat of the Lord Commander, that we might discuss how to best proceed. As before, make yourself known to the guardsman when you arrive, and blah blah blah, he'll show you in. Yada yada. Come on. Let's see a cloud. You. Forgotten Night. That's the one. Come on. Let's go. Be random. Full name. Well, hello there, Lunar Stream Manager. Thank you very much for the follow. Really do appreciate it.
In summary, the Isle owes its lofty position to the industry of the Allegans. And we can be all but certain that the Archbishop and his cronies are enjoying the view from its top.
I see.
If we are to join them, we will first need to pass through the Isle's etheric barrier, which is, alas, more powerful than most. Powerful enough to make a mess of a perfectly good airship at any rate. As far as I can gather, the barrier mechanism draws ether from the surrounding environment and polarizes its elemental aspect to produce what is, in effect, a wall of lightning.
It seems plain that without the Vanu's key, any attempt to reach the Isle will end in failure.
Alas, the key was careless enough to leave without us, and I don't think the Vanu keep a spare.
Master Garland, based on your experience, is there no other way that we might breach the barrier?
Well, in the past, we've beaten similar barriers by nullifying them with elemental converters. But the one we're up against this time dwarfs aught we've encountered before. The Enterprise simply isn't large enough to bear the requisite amount of crystals.
I'm reminded of the quantity needed to nullify Leviathan's command of the sea. A veritable mountain of crystals that could only be borne by lashing two galleons together to form a twin vessel, scarcely able to propel itself, much less fly.
That said, we're not without options. If it isn't feasible to nullify the barrier, we might try piercing it.
How?
We create a ram of condensed ether and mount it on my ship. There's just one problem. I don't have the faintest idea how to build one. It's going to take a true authority in the field, I reckon.
Would that the Archons were still with us.
But yesterday evening, I chanced to find Mistress Tataru in unusually high spirits. Assuming I understood her excited ramblings correctly, she has acquired a clue, pointing to the whereabouts of one such individual.
An Archon? Truly?
Ha! Fortune favors the righteous, eh? Well then, let's not waste any time. While you go and look for our missing friend, I'll work on modifying the Enterprise. Her hull will need reinforcing to bear the punishment, not to mention a mount for the ram. Just you wait, my pretty. By the time I'm finished, you'll be an airship reborn.
Taro has news. Find one of our friends. Have they disappeared so long ago? Come on. Okay. Hush browns. Hash browns. Yum. Welcome back, Malgazar. How goes the mission? Did you manage to catch up with the Archbishop and his cronies? Explain, explain. Explain, explain, explain. So you finally arrived at Azaslaw, only to find your way barred by some sort of barrier. Typical. That's not bad news. We've made progress in search of our friends. Don't worry, Malgazar. We'll get to Azaslaw yet. When you fled the victory feast, you used the ancient watercourse beneath the city, right? Well, shortly after things went back to normal at Ul'dah, I asked Marshal Tarapin to have the tunnels searched. A logical place to look. It was there that you lost contact with Menphilia, Tharkard, and Y'shtola, was it not? Can I ask what the Marshal found? I don't actually know. Pippin's message just said that there had been a discovery, and that we were come to the Hall of Flames at our earliest convenience. I dare not think of what it might be. We shall depart at once. Taro, let Urianger know to join us in Ul'dah. He will wish to be present as well. Yes, sir. Back to Ul'dah. Been quite a while. Bravely second. I've not played any of the Bravely games. They're good stuff, but I haven't gotten around to it. Yanu Rivers. We are grateful for your assistance, Marshal Tarapin. You saved your grace and father both. 'Tis the least I can do to repay you. Give me my patience, Marshal, but your missive mentioned as a discovery. Yes, of course. As per your request, I had my men scour the waterways. Almost immediately, we encountered a difficulty. An entire section of the tunnel had collapsed. With the Mineral Concern's cooperation, however, we were able to remove the rubble, which yielded the battered bodies of a dozen crystal braves. Go on. Be at ease, Master Alphino. Your friends were not among the deceased. That alone is cause for hope. And then there is this. Y'shtola's wand. I had assumed as much. If I may, Marshal. Is as I did surmise. Judging by the etheric imprint that lingereth yet upon this wand, it hath surely been employed in the casting of a most uncommon magic. Namely, the very first that the man did conceive to traverse great distances, and the ancient precursor to all methods of travel that utilize the life stream. Lo. The spell entaileth the reduction of the corporeal form into its constituent ether, that the caster might enter the life stream and ride its currents thereby. Unlike the teleportation magic of modern times, it requireth not a lengthy incantation, that Y'shtola should choose to employ such a spell. It speaketh the need for haste. all of which would suggest she managed to escape. Would that it were that so simple. Know that the scholars of Charlene forbade the use of the spell, and with good reason. The caster hath not limited control over his course. For every mage who came safe into his destination, another would be set adrift on life stream, never to emerge. What? No, you can't mean... Be not downcast, my friends, for there is yet hope. It is like the Y'shtola's passage has left traces in Lifestream. If we but follow these from the point at which magic was invoked, we may yet find her. To the sealed excavation site, then. Thanks for your aid, Marshal. Do not mention it. I shall pray for Y'shtola's safe return. Phew. Alright. Let's go see if we can find Y'shtola. I see you, spammer, and you're getting banned. Done. No spamming. Evidence of Y'shtola's passage will have been made faint by time, but mayhaps some few scant traces yet remain to guide our steps. The trail leadeth to the north and east, into the bosom of the Twelves Wood. Are you certain? Aye, there is no mistake. Thither hath Y'shtola journeyed. And yet their Gridanians have reported no sightings. We must take this to mean she is still adrift. If it be so, I do fear for our friend. Contrary to its name, the Lifestream is more akin to a raging torrent. Linger overlong in the midst of its maelstrom, and the ether that formeth one soul surely shall be scattered, ne'er to be reformed. We have no time to waste, Oriange. Pray explore all possible options for reversing the effects of this forbidden magic. Balgazar, Tataru, we three shall press on to Gridania and petition the Elder Seed Seer's aid. Let us go to Gridania. They had to, of course, make us go to all these places that we've been to before. Here's some fireworks. What's going on over there? It is said that the elementals perceive the life stream. If, as we suspect, Y'shtola is still adrift in its midst, they may be able to find her. But if we are to appeal to them for assistance, we must needs to do so through their chosen, the Pajal. It is imperative, therefore, that we speak with Kane Senna without delay. I have already requested an audience with the Elder Seed Seer. She will receive us in the Lotus Stand presently. We need but speak with the conjurer yonder. Blah, blah, blah. Be welcome, my friends, and speak freely. I gather your suit will admit no delay. It will not, my lady. Pray forgive the abrupt nature of our requests, but it is a matter of life and death. Explain, explain. Explain, explain, explain. I see. As you say, we must needs act swiftly if we are to free Y'shtola from the ungentle pull of the life stream. And as you have surmised, we cannot do this unaided. However, more explaining?
In requesting the Elemental's assistance to find Y'shtola, you must needs be aware of one difficulty. A difficulty born of the fundamental difference between man and elemental.
That being?
In perceiving the world around him, man relies upon senses such as sight and sound. For the sake of convenience, he gives names to such things as are near or dear to him. Being formed of pure ether, however, such concepts are foreign to the elementals. Instead, they perceive by observing the ebb and flow of the energies of life. So profound a division cannot be bridged with simple discourse. The elementals' voices stir not the air, and thus reach not our ears, while our words are but wind to them. Though we seers can commune with them through feelings, naught that we can impart will serve to aid them in identifying Y'shtola. Nay, they must needs be presented with ether which is akin to hers, if you could but find a family member.
Oh! I know just the person! Y'shtola has a sister who came to live in Gridania. She told me about her once.
That is most fortunate indeed. Pray, seek this sister out then, and bring her to Evershade. There, we shall petition the Great One's aid in finding your lost companion.
Alright, let's go see if we can find Y'shtola's sister. Hopefully you won't have to talk to 4 people. Speak with Tataru. If memory serves, Y'shtola's sister is named Ymitra. Oh, you know her, do you? Well then, that ought to make things easier. Anyway, she spends most of her time around Apkalu Falls, from what I recall. Let's look for her there. Ah, okay. Isn't that the one who was teaching me how to be a summoner? I believe so. Huh. Cuthbert Benderbatch. Close enough. While I'm there, I'll speak to the achievement exchange person. Nine certificates. Perfect. Now I have all the mounts. You can buy with this. Estrion, barding. Oh, a bunch of wind-ups. It's Yamitra. Sounding like a JoJo character. Greetings, Malchazar. What brings you here today? I see that you have companions. Lady Yamitra, it is an honor to meet you. My name is Alphonse Olivier, and this is Tataru Taru. Explain. We were my sister's comrades in the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. When I heard that your people were being pursued, I desperately sought to reach Stola, but all mine efforts were no avail. To no avail. Now I know why. A forbidden spell of all things. That she should be so reckless. What's done is done. I thank you for bringing word to me. Needless to say, I should be glad to help. Though we are born to different mothers, our veins course with the same father's blood. I hope that this will be enough for the elementals. Come, let us make for Evershade at once. Everybody nodded. I do enjoy the teleporting, like the instant one. You don't have to worry about teleporting and then getting there. I like how they started adding that or doing more of it.
Let us begin. Raya O, Arun, if you would. Hearken to me, O great ones. Pray give yourselves to the life stream, a drifting soul to find.
Please, Y'shtola. Please come back to us.
There. Now!
He is naked. Everybody runs. Yeah. We're just gonna walk. Stay back, boys. Oh, and Taro, sorry.
A room has been readied at the roost. Pray, bear her thither at once. All that remains is to pray, my friends.
Cool. So now Y'shtola's back. But she is out of it. For now. Alright, let's turn this one in. Oh, Y'shtola. She's crying it out. Just seeing her face again, it's... Oh, I've been so worried. Bum, bum, bum. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream for now. Oh. For the evening, fully, actually. Anybody out there who is watching, who likes what they see, please throw me a follow. It is free to you, and it really does help me out. All these videos will be uploaded to YouTube. The name Malkazair, it's the name of the channel. All the previous videos have been uploaded there if you'd like to see the entire journey. Again, as before, if you like what you see, please throw me a subscribe and a like there, and a comment to tell me how I'm doing. And as always, everyone have a great evening.